How's yours?
It was interesting, man. It was cool. It was pretty cool.
I was all right. Real chill,
For real.
I have to cook this year, so I'm straight. I'm good, like.
You say you ain't have to cook this year?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's definitely good.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
What's up with y'all?
What up, bro?
Up.
Did y'all enjoy your holidays?
Yes, sir.
I did a lot of analyzing too, man. I was paying attention heavy, but I didn't trade. Like I said, I was like, I don't want to trade, but I still stayed disciplined, just tuning in. And man, I just been, just peeping a lot of stuff that's going on, looking in. I've been listening to Robert Kawasaki, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of predictions that I was feeling with myself. He was saying some of the same stuff, so it was real productive in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I pretty much did similar. I ain't trade. I was too busy really to trade, but I kind of kept up on everything.
Yeah, because we was going hard in the paint, and I kind of was like, man, let me, I do. And it's cool. It's interesting. I was paying attention to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, been going up. US 30 been moving. Gold. I did get 2 wins on gold this morning. I missed part of the big move, but here. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah. Oh, it touched back 1900?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I got this here too. So if they break, but I remember they did. I figured it would do what it's doing because of that announcement about the stimulus deal.
Yeah.
So I figured what was going on would be going on now. Even with Bitcoin, like I said, this is just me making my prediction. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back down, maybe to 23.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking after they made that push.
Yeah, come back down to 23, make it like whatever, and then it may take a few months though into like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
People forget, right? We did just have an election. They announcing a lot of shit. It's a lot of weird shit going on now. Well, it's not weird, but influential. I mean,
yeah,
been piecing it together. Like Ripple, when Ripple went down too, we'll get on some currencies, but when Ripple went down too, I was like, man, I expected to still come back up even with the news. And it came back up a little bit. I didn't trade it, but it's just I've been looking.
It actually just dropped today.
It dropped again?
Dropped. I think it dropped down to like 25.
Yeah. So it's like, would it really be a bad idea to buy in?
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious about how I kind of want to wait to see how it gets handled from now on. Not saying that I don't think like buying it at 25, 24 ain't a bad idea, but
because it's cheap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, your risk gotta be smart if you do.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want, if it gets low enough, then I might buy in, but I still don't want it at 25 personally.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna see if it tanks some more. I may look into it and see what's going on. you know, more.
Yeah.
But I was keeping my eye on it because it's like,
Yeah, it's at 25 right now. I wonder how the index, the US 30 and stuff's going to handle with the stimulus starting to get inside and everything.
oh yeah, I think, is this the one I had missed? Oh no, it was, what's today? 28. Yeah, it was this one. Man, they were like down here, and I drew this structure up, right? Y'all want to hear something funny? Like, I swear, I just drew this today, this morning, and it was showing this, but they were like down here still. So I think I was on 5. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was right here, I think. Man, I was thinking, I wonder what they'll do. Because I was like, that'll be a cool trade. Oh, my fault. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was right here.
Yeah.
It was like right here. And I was like, man, that may be a good trade. They were on this candle. But I was like, let me wait and see what happened. And I kid you not, I went to doing like something else, man. And then out of nowhere, they just,
Shut that shit up.
yeah. And I was like, damn. You know. Because I took my trade. Yeah, as far as that though, I just been drawing up a few of the pairs, like kind of resetting. But I'm still like I said, it's really no news until yeah. So like this just seemed like a good time to be ranging, getting people money tied up. I know I definitely been saying that on this bad. Oh wait a minute, let me share this right here. Remember that trade on Euro Jappy we was looking to take for like the retrace?
Yeah.
Remember I was like, man, they may just like what they've been, you see what they've been doing all this time?
Strangely.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably eat in here, but I'm saying the one we were looking to get, they just been ranging. That's all they've been doing. Now, in between here and here, it was space to eat, playing these tipping points within here. Right? But like I said, I kind of fell back for a little bit as far as like trading wise, but I was still paying attention, and they were doing the same. You know, it just seemed more like gold as far as like some good movement. It's been in the indexes and gold and Bitcoin and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been some other pairs moving that I wasn't looking at, but I'm not looking at like everything at the same time.
I'm looking at gold, just kind of looking back at what we did during the election.
What you
But
said?
yeah, it looked like they did the 50% retrace on that big candle.
When you got to pull it up. I think I redid mine. If you still got it on yours, we can show it. Hold on. Did I redo mine? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I started a new one. You want to pull up yours?
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. I was marking up so much stuff. I was like, I got to start over.
Hold up. Getting back used to this.
I mean, it was, I will say this though, it was definitely some opportunities to eat. It was like, but it was like looking at other stuff other than just the currencies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This candle right here.
And it's a whipsaw right there. A whipsaw tap.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah.
And that's on the daily. Let me see.
I remember that was that big drop that came after
I wonder if it's can you zoom, go to the hourly on that? Well, what that big candle was? Big drop happened.
oh shit.
That's it.
All this. I'm going to remark my gold too. I ain't been on gold in I don't know how long.
Go back to the left. Go back to the left. No, to the left. To the left.
Right
Yeah. To the left. And see this little section. Let me annotate. I forgot I can annotate. See this right here. Zoom in on that. Trying to see if one of them can be like a tipping point or something over here. Yeah. Hey, can you draw one of these and just pull it across?
A box.
Yeah. Or whatever.
You read your annotation? Oh, no, I got it. We pull all the way across.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That may be a good area to keep an eye on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it busts through, it could clear that. Just like how it did when it went past the election.
But yeah, they may get ready to drop here for a little bit. This little news thing, and then when they break there, they may break it.
You go back to sharing it. I'm about to mark up some stuff.
All right.
You think we should look at the USD pairs?
You said what now?
You think we should be looking at the USD pairs?
Yeah, for sure. Yo, what up, man? Excuse me. Yeah, what is it? Go to the Australian section too, because it should be getting ready to be Tuesday now. Check some of that out.
What's up, fellas?
What up, bro?
Whatever.
What up?
Ladies, if you have ladies on, I can't tell. What you guys been on?
Just looking at we've been talking about what Bitcoin been doing, the US 30, just some stuff we kind of were following already, just how stuff we hit upon, we paying attention.
All the big headlines.
Yeah, and how it's like making it move, and I was saying from the pairs I was looking at as far as like the euro pairs and a few of the trades we were talking about taking, aside from the last ones that had news right before we, took a little break, they just been kind of ranging.
Yeah. I honestly didn't even look at a single chart last week.
For real.
Yeah. Been so preoccupied with Christmas and stuff too,
Yeah, sometimes it's cool to clear your head too, because I didn't take any like trades, but I did stay tuned in, and I was just keeping my mind fresh, looking at Elon Musk stuff and just a bunch of different stuff, man, that was just tightening me up a little bit, or at least I think.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's like I always preach to you guys, like now that I've gotten to this stage or wherever I'm at, like I see forex as like a different tool than I used to. I used to like want to be the most consistent, and which I still want to be, but like bear with me here. Like I'd want to be the most consistent. I want the best track record, the best my FX book. Wanted to, build the biggest account that I could possibly build, so on and so forth. And now like I could care less, what I'm saying? Like you could put a few like when you have the skill, you could put a couple $1,000 in and flip that to, tens of thousands of dollars in a week and then move it, like that's how I see it now. It's like I use forex as like my fast money tool to move money faster instead of like keeping it in one asset class.
Yeah, it's not your end all be all.
Yeah, when it used to be. I'm glad that I did it because it made me who I am with the skill.
It was the gateway, right?
Yeah, but like, it still requires consistency. It's just like how you use the returns is I feel like I'm playing that game differently now. And honestly, I think that it's reflecting well in some of my past trading, some of the last maybe 45 days or so. By making some of these adjustments, I can feel the difference for sure. Less stress. I feel a little bit more objective oriented with my trading, where like before it was like long game, like I don't really care about the big returns. I don't really care about, the sexiness behind forex and trading. I didn't care about that stuff my entire career. Like if I had it, cool, I would have those moments, but like I never really celebrated it as much as I saw other people, and like now, like I just see the game entirely different. Like, I don't know, like now, like I don't need to play long game because forex is not long game anymore. It's the skill is long game, but the money is not long game, fellas. That's like wisdom, I'm telling you. Like don't forget the mission. I think I kind of like, I don't think I forgot the mission. I think I just never, I just didn't know what I didn't know. So I'm helping you guys here, wherever you are in your journey with this financial freedom shit. Like, don't treat trading forex and US 30 and Bitcoin and stuff, the fast classes, like don't see it as the end all. See the skill as the end all, because it's going to be with you until the grave, and you can pass that down and blah, blah, blah. You're only going to get better at it. So that means you're only going to get better at making money. However, don't see it as the end all, as, oh, I need to flip this account to 100,000+. I need to have 50,000 plus days. Like, make it where, like, honestly, the last like 45 days of the year or so, maybe close to 60, I've been using a small base principal every week, and I'll trade on that and I'll flip it, and then I withdraw every Friday.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, you and I had that private call about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've been doing that, and then I move that money into different assets instead of seeing it as an asset. The skill is the asset. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, this is like a money prescription right now. If you don't know already. Some people may already know, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence on here, but like, that was something I didn't do it, like, yeah, like I had, my business stuff, but I didn't treat money in that way with forex. Hopefully that hips.
Game. Let me see.
And unfortunately, I don't have any recent trades to share. You guys, how was you guys' Christmas?
It was cool. Oh yeah, man. It's cool. We've been tuned in and looking at different stuff. So, but holiday wise, everything was cool.
I slept most of the day. That was a good day off.
I don't blame you, bro.
Holiday cuts be real.
I can only imagine. I didn't even get to make it to the barber out here. I used to say my barber. I caught myself, Benji. I caught myself, Benji.
It's all good, bro. So I'll be there soon. SOS.
Nah, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys had a good holiday. Ready for this new year, boy.
Yup.
A lot of interesting things going on. For sure. I use that. How everything coming with the farm?
Excelente, bro. I've been working like a Hebrew slave. It's coming along, man. Like I'm definitely growing. like I don't know. Like, you guys know, I like to find certainty in everything I do, and like I feel this is the most certainly uncertain I've been ever. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm so, I don't know. it's a really, really big industry.
Mhm.
And I kind of like, for lack of a better word, guys, like full transparency, like I kind of feel like I'm dealing with a small case of imposter syndrome sometimes. Like I
Wait,
know
what syndrome?
of imposter syndrome.
Oh,
Yeah, because like but the thing is like logically, I know I'm qualified. Our model is great. Everything has went so smooth up until this point. Like I launched a legal cannabis farm in 9 months in the middle of COVID. Like I'm proud of myself for that. But like now that we've launched and I have 3 months, 68 days to get us in the black, right?
mhm.
And I'll have beat some kind of record, right? And I don't know, bro. Like I know that I'm gonna do it, but I still like suffer with the day to day. Like, man, what if I don't do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like,
Yeah,
like I deal with that too, guys. You know, like it's just it's such a big industry, man. Like I remember when I first got the numbers back in, I think it was like February, March, like, and I looked at it at the projections, and this was before we had a model. This is before I had a seed in the ground, you know? And
mhm.
I was like, this industry is way bigger than I thought. Like, you know, like you don't really know until you know.
I see.
It's kind of scary, kind of intimidating.
That's what make it fun, though, right?
real talk.
Hey, we're just getting started. So that's the thing. Like, it's like the imposter syndrome is only because we're at the starting line. You know, it's like I feel qualified. I know I've trained for this, you
Mhm.
know, but until I get to that damn finish line,
Yeah.
I gotta run like hell.
Let's see if I can find it.
I pull up my charts. Now that the Belize is secured.
Actually,
Your AUD is just, it just like does not want to break.
Euro AUD. Let me pull it up so we can look at it too.
It's been in the same spot for weeks.
That's what I feel like. Euro Jappy. I was looking at Euro Jappy to do that. I think the Euro pairs in general doing that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, for the most part. Range and a little bit. Euro AUD. I know Euro Jappy was doing that. Let me actually do something. Actually, this is perfect. Let me measure it. Where you got your structure marked up?
I have my low at 61.66 and then my high at 65.14.
You want to just share your screen?
Sure.
I'm about to say, Darius, your stream froze.
Oh, my bad.
You guys see?
Yeah, for sure.
This has been my structure since elections, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought they would have been broke.
Yeah, I got my structure similar.
You waiting on them to break to the top or to the low?
I thought they would have broken to the low by now because, like, remember I didn't look at charts at all last week. I was too concerned on the launch, but like I think it was the week before was this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, they're finally at that low. I saw this movement, you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even really plan on trading and I was just like, oh, by the time I'm ready to trade again, they'll probably been unbroke this, just kind of thinking ahead, and they still haven't broken this shit. Why? I mean, they have come to this place a lot, but that doesn't really mean much. I think, like, I don't know. They didn't do anything this year, like flash crash wise. I think since since the economy has been so good these last like 60 days, I think we got to get some kind of correction here soon. What they did 2019, top of 2019, is they did a flash crash. I don't know if we can anticipate something like that 2021 during first quarter. But I mean, we got to see some type of crash here soon. I think even US 30 has been climbing more.
Yeah, that shit shot up this morning after that news about Trump signing the bill or not being so hard on the thing that they're doing. It shot up. Like soon as they said that, it just went.
How is like, were you on the charts last week?
Yeah, we were all on the charts.
How was volatility? Like, was it moving?
Man, that shit was. You see all this movement right here on the 21st.
Yeah.
Every time they mention something about COVID and losing hope in the vaccine, that shit was like jumping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like moving a lot. Won't y'all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I want to trade this week. I'll make some money, but
it definitely was responding to news a lot. Like a whole lot.
Like forex factory news, or like what kind of news?
Or
were you streaming something?
Well, no, I was on like Bloomberg, and they talking about like if they agree on a stimulus package or something like that. It was like responding to that stuff. Like right when they would like talk about it, it would start tanking like a little bit after.
Did you buy a trading desk, or not a trading desk? A Bloomberg portal?
I downloaded one and I was getting alerts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think Rutgers has it too. Or
you said who now?
Who's it? How do you pronounce it? Rutgers?
Oh, Rutgers, yeah.
Reuters?
Reuters. REUT. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I see the word in my head, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Reuters.
Yeah, it's like.
I think I know.
Well, that's good news. I'm glad that there's been some movement at least, because I didn't really think twice about it last week.
I want to say when this happened, like Bitcoin and everything moved, like a few things move with these dips, these big dips.
All up in here.
It was like I can't remember exactly what was happening. It's been so much stuff. But whenever it happened, I want to say, what was that, in the middle of the night? Well, it just happened through the day, I guess. But I remember it was dipping, like Bitcoin had dipped a little bit and then they ranged and then they shot up again. So, yeah. There was some correlations on some stuff. I got it. It's some news next week.
Yeah, because the first of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe we're about to be at the first of the year, man?
Right.
Fine.
That's crazy. Yeah, non-farm. Whole new year. This year feels like 5 years in one.
And you know what? That's the perfect description, man. That's the perfect description.
It really does.
I swear it is. Oh man.
Like each quarter of the year was a different year.
Yeah. I did see something interesting though, just in case, this our focus here, right? We do mostly forex, but just in case anybody wondering, I did see where the White House was getting ready to do something on their stable coin. That's like the US dollar coin, and it's a couple of more countries getting ready to implement that stuff, and they supposedly gonna start using it to pay for commercial transactions and stuff. So
We were talking about it last week.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
I mean, there's no kind of momentum. I mean, it's only Monday, but
Mhm.
I like that we're still in such a good structure on Euro AUD. It's just like,
Mhm.
where does it want? Where does it want to go? Because like 2 weeks of this.
It's like it looked like they trapping people before they tank it or whatever they gonna do with it.
Yeah, like what are they up to? 61, 66. It's a pretty big range, though. I didn't realize it was that big. Not bad to play the range if you guys want to keep an eye. I think I may just play US 30 until New Year.
Mhm.
Normally my rule of thumb, I've told you guys this a bunch of times, but for anybody new, normally my rule of thumb throughout December is I do not trade, starting the second week of December throughout the second week of January. But this year I made an exception just because, like I said, forex is not the goal anymore. It's like, I can use it just sparingly. But I don't know. I may stay away from forex pairs until my rule of thumb. If I see something juicy, I'll let you guys know. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go hard on US 30, for now. And then once the new year hits, we get to second week of the year. You see.
And it's funny you said that because I was like, when I've been looking, I was like, man, and that's part of why I was like, I'm not gonna even, I was looking at the other stuff. I've been looking at a few pairs, but I was like, that's stuck in my head, and I was like, I think I see why he do that too, because it's
Yeah.
like it's too funny looking. You know what I'm saying?
Let me change the color. All this pretty much is a bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these days is just a bloodbath. Maybe not the 7th. I'll take that one off. But like pretty much up until here, it's like a bloodbath.
You know what? I wonder what inauguration day is gonna look like.
Oh boy.
You know, we like that's not a every year thing.
Somebody messaged me like, "Yo, I'm coming before inauguration." All right.
Might not be a bad idea.
Right.
But
What
nah,
up, man? I forgot. What up, bro?
I'll definitely try to make it on with you guys that day.
And it's on a Wednesday. Like, yeah.
Stream it like we did the election.
That actually may be a good day to look at US 30 too.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Y'all put that on y'all calendar, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep that one. Make sure that can stay priority. Yeah, I mean, I would say you guys could keep a lookout on this range if they keep playing it. You know, it's free money if they're gonna keep playing it till the top of the year. So, I mean, might as well milk it.
Sorry, Nemo, just a quick question. I'm still new to this. You know when you draw a fake out zone,
Uh-huh.
how do you know when to how do you know how big to make the fake out zone?
Okay. First off, what's your name, bro?
Francis.
Francis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Francis, you're always on my.
Yeah.
Okay. Word. All right, bet. So it depends on the time frame.
Right.
So like, do you have a time frame in mind, or like, are you just saying generally, or?
Yeah, generally. So okay, it depends on the time frame. Okay.
Yeah. So the time frame is it's really relative.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, the fake out zone is really, really relative. Like based on your perspective, really everyone's perspectives, it's going to be different. You know, it's kind of hard to get it all perfect, but it comes with time and practice and, you know, meeting together and seeing how other people plot theirs to kind of get the feel on like the culture on how we plot.
Right.
But I would say like, make sure you're always looking for doubles.
Right.
So like for examples here, like you see how like they're
Right.
touching so heavily, like all these
Right.
places.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of behavior is like how you can really identify with your fake out zones.
Right. Okay.
That good enough answer enough for you?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice structure right there.
I'm gonna start from scratch because it has been a second. You guys actually have not seen me plot US 30.
Nah.
I've been on my ghost mode lately. I really like the lower time frames on US 30. I think I told you guys that.
Yeah, you said 5 and 15, right?
Yeah. And I like to build little micros. You can like eat it up, dude. Like it's
Excuse me.
So like you see shit like this. Oop, let me change the color. Like shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
This is thousands of fucking dollars on US 30. Okay. Thousands.
Yeah, he right. That's what. Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, like little shit like this. And then the thing is like I was telling you guys, you could play just top to bottom on stuff. So like, let me try to think of some examples, or like I might be able to plot this in a way where let me change, like even as simple as this, right? So like this could be considered a little micro range, okay? Structures above it, okay?
Right.
All I do is I literally just play the structures,
Mm-hmm.
top and bottom. Cause like if it, I'm trying to remember my notes. Like if US 30, and mind you, for live streamers too on YouTube and more room, like I'm still in my back testing on US 30. Like yes, I'm doing well with it, but it could change, you know. So and I'm really still trying to find like I'm trying to conceptualize US 30 before I try to really teach it. But anyways, I just want you guys to know that like that's the disclaimer. So like don't like play around with it too, but just know that I'm still back testing and I have not conceptualized all these things yet. But anyways, it's very easy to follow. You know, like once they break, you could kind of use retail rules like support and resistance, but like also consider like, well, how can you mix it? See, this is where like I need to conceptualize because it's so hard for me to like explain things that I don't know. Like
Well, I know what I was doing too. I don't know if this is the way you're trying to say it. Let me see if I can help you out. Is I was still following some of the direction of candles. Well, not some of them. Like I was following direction still because they still like show you that like when they going, it kind of line up.
Okay, see me like I just been playing I've been finding my ranges, my structures. And then I read the price, I read the tape.
Okay.
And when support and resistance is broken, I trust it. Instead of going like with our normal rules, like I trust it more, you know. Like that's as far as I've gotten to like with like concept. So like bear with me guys, but yeah, like it seems to be working so far. It's more of a feeling right now. That's why I can't really explain it.
I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt about Bitcoin for a little while.
See, Bitcoin, I don't know, man. Like I've had success with Bitcoin. Like I'll have like a day where or a week where like I'll just go hard on Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and then like I'll try it again and it just does not work. Like I haven't fully wrapped my head on my head around like day trading crypto.
Yeah.
But US 30, it's getting there.
Well, What I've been looking at is the fact that they kind of like each time they hit a new price, right? I mean, and this is kind of common sense. Like even when they like, oh, we're expecting more people to buy in, like you can kind of see when they getting ready to break, like they breaking with the hype. You know what I'm saying? And they are showing directional candles. I've been playing it like that. Yeah, like they have, from my perception.
Yeah.
Like when I've been marking up my hourlies, even with the tipping points, right? When, yeah, definitely get in if Elon Musk get in and blah, 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 blah. You know, all that talk
Right.
they do. They've actually hit the tipping point, bounced off, when people were unsure, quote unquote, the unsure news phase. And then they hype it and then pump it and it breaks the tipping point. Like it's been lining up still.
Yeah. I've been doing mine like that too. I've been using the tipping points a lot to gauge entry and exit. And then,
With
the microstructures, take
Mhm.
profits. It's
With
been
how
very
they
good.
talking
I've liked
too,
it.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't peeked in so much or haven't, listened in to when they're had their speeches or whatever.
Mhm.
But I've been just more so reading the tape, you know what I mean, and
Mhm.
trying to get that figured out for most bit of it because I don't look into the news events too much as I should with US 30 because it is impactful.
Yeah, I just get to do it because like when I'm like, that's kind of what I do. Like a bulk of my day, believe it or not, man, I'm listening to a lot of that stuff, and but I'm keeping in mind what we talk about and how we talk and how we think, you know what I'm saying? And it seems to be lining up pretty good. Like I'm not surprised when something happened or when I'm like, okay, they gonna range here for a little bit. Like I can tell, you know what I mean? It's like I can kind of see it when it's about that,
Yeah.
which
So
makes it
I got a
easier
question.
to do what we talking about.
So would it be? Do you guys think it's beneficial to, let's say, I mean, your local structures and tipping points are good for maybe like the week, or would you remark would you mark up your charts again, like with starting a new week,
With
or
what
would you
as
keep
far as
them
which one?
just like your
Hey,
microstructures, tipping points, just marking up the chart?
erase your micros daily.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Okay.
they do become a nuisance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've kept some for a while, and they've come back to it, but then it would divert a little bit, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I do need to go back up and remark this up. It's changed because it's so volatile. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to do that. I just wanted to get some input.
Yeah, like if you get to the point where like your charts are like super, super clean like mine, then I think that like I'll end up leaving mine by accident and then I'll see that it came back to it and they'll bounce off or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I'll play it that way. But for the most part, I try to keep it clean.
Mm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Try to get rid of
It
those
got pretty
small.
messy.
Yeah.
It got pretty messy about a week or so ago, and I was just like, "What the fuck is all this shit?"
Happened on, I found myself that happened a lot on gold. And I was like, man, let me reset. Because like, even though they do come back, it was like I know they come back to some 15s real nice, but it's like after a while, you'll be like scrambled. Your brain will be scrambled.
Okay. Now I'm starting to remember. All right. So you see how they're impulsing?
Mm-hmm.
This is when I start gearing up for the reversal.
Mm.
Like, so I keep those rules. But I don't do it as like, oh, directional candle, momentum wick. I just look for impulse. And then once I see like they're starting to get towards the end of that impulse, that's when I start looking for opportunities in the opposite direction.
Oh, you mean you basically look for correction?
Yeah. I play the corrective move, and then I just align it with some of our core principles.
Word. Now that you mention that,
Makes
But
sense. Kind of what happened with this morning.
yeah, but I don't look at it as like direct. I don't play the momentum candles or like the directional candles. Sorry. I haven't quite figured that part out yet.
gotcha.
But if I do, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out, pay attention to like, the formation of the candle, how it's formed, and try to catch if they'll give like a signal of the direction that they possibly want to go. You know what I mean? And then see if it actually ends up going that way. It's worked maybe a couple times, but it's still something, it's being tested.
Right.
And then once they like kind of whipsaw, if they actually choose to change the momentum of where they're going. You're trying to look at that also, but it's still up there, bro. It's hard to judge.
Right. Yeah. You gotta be patient with yourself during back testing.
Okay. Now to not to intercede, but now that we on US 30, right? Like for example, they saying the House approved stimulus payment hike as Democrats try to broaden eligibility and preview of the next fight. I guess if it's gonna go to the next thing, I may look to see if they gonna get ready to like balance it back out now that they impulse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, I mean, it's a simple way to put it, but it's kind of how I tie it in because I noticed, like, what I've been doing is like, since I haven't been actually like putting money on the line this last week, I've been just following it, and every time I look and go with it, they've been doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
I wonder what's going on. Something too about. I wouldn't be surprised if they do break though. I would look to see if they break this top tipping point right here.
Nothing.
Hmm?
There's literally nothing here. Nada. I want to see a 15-minute close at this level.
Do you think they may start to come back down?
Yeah, I just want to see.
Yeah.
It's Monday, so I'm not hopping into any trades tonight because I haven't traded in a week. But I just want to kind of test the waters, see what they're doing.
Sure.
else is on here? Nice. Yo, if you guys are trying to make some extra money, holla at your boy.
Well, what?
So, huh?
On what?
It's gonna be with my farm. We need affiliates.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So if you're trying to make some easy income, promoting to your friends, your followers, use your marketing skills if you have them, your promotional skills. If you got them, you can make pretty good money. We're a high ticket program, so and we pay at least 15%. I haven't solidified those numbers, but at least 15. So with us being high ticket, that could, that's easily anywhere from 14 to
Big payouts.
1,400 to about 2,400.
That's going. That's just promote, bro. That's easy money.
Yeah, and then just to promote like easy links, and if those people, if those people end up becoming a client, then boom, you got money for your trading account. Flip that money, put that money into some stocks, dividends, index funds, real estate.
When you go to the 5 on that, the 5 minute,
You see that?
yeah, and zoom out. Oh, you think they'll reach? I marked this up right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a tipping point.
I want to see how they're closing first.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the all-time high, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been setting those like crazy.
On everything.
Past few weeks, yeah.
On everything.
Past month, I would say.
Tesla, Apple, forget everything.
Bro.
I think Apple. I didn't. Tesla for sure. Bitcoin. Look at this shit.
This is
I
crazy.
want to look.
That's why I said, man. That's why I said.
I'm looking for sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell below my gray line. Sell stop.
And just ride it.
Yep. I hate the spread on USD30, by the way. So let's do below. So it's a big gap, but I'm gonna do 305.11 flat. Wait, why is it not like? That's weird. Damn, my spread is that fucking big.
I'm saying, man, they playing, man.
Yeah, they big playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It won't even let me set the order because it's that big. Well, anyways, it's 30. If I have 11 before I forget.
35.11.
Even.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me either, bro.
Man.
Yeah, because the price data on here is at 531. My price data is saying 500.
Same.
Have okay, so you're using FXCM. I've been using, was it Global Prime or something like that? Because it somewhat matches better with MC4, but
Oh my God.
They're doing that on purpose, though. Widen the spread while they're impulsing to trap traders. We've talked about this.
I wouldn't be surprised if they range between 35.17 and 30. Like if they come back right here again and range. Oh, my bad.
Not a bad idea.
Because that's when they start.
We eat off of that, bro. That's a solid move for US 30. Those are the type of moves that I've been making since like mid-November. Or maybe late November. When I first started like really diving in with US 30.
it makes it a lot simpler too to play those sells on impulses or whichever way.
Yeah, because they gonna have to correct for a second.
Yeah, it's too much impulse.
Yeah. And that's why I was talking about like when they start throwing wicks, now that it's doing it, because I do this with gold too. When they do the same thing and they start throwing all those wicks. It's a few times I was like, no, let me make sure. And then they'll like clear the area and sometimes do a complete impulse in the opposite direction. Or they'll start ranging, not to make it about gold, but I'm just using an example. Or they'll come and start ranging in the area that I'm thinking. So this kind of been doing the same thing.
Hell yeah. Well, yo, I'm gonna turn it over to somebody else. I'm gonna hop off so I can work on this other project.
Right.
I gotta set up the affiliate program or finish setting it up.
Okay.
So, you made me admin, right?
You just shared the screen. I figured that. Yeah, just leave it.
Cool. Well, yeah, I would keep an eye on your Euro AUD since it's ranging too.
Sure.
Alrighty, guys. Well, if I don't talk to you again this week, you guys have a happy new year.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
To me, man.
And I'll post in the chat any updates.
Speak to you soon, man. Take care.
Take care.
Right. Hey, yo, Darius,
Peace
holler
out.
at me soon.
Huh?
Holler at me soon.
Okay, for sure.
All right, peace, bro.
All right. Ooh. Ooh. We all share similar thought process, man. I'm gonna do it. All right. Everybody still there?
Yeah.
No.
Got quiet. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a big time. I used to be, excuse me, I was what people would call, and we talk about this, and I'm retired financially, like a conspiracy theorist or whatever. Like way when I was younger, man. But I'm starting to see, man, that stuff really is. And when you link the money and how they playing around, and you know what I mean, just it's like, man, it's starting to make sense. Like I look at stuff a little bit different now. Things just seem a little bit more planned. Just gotta follow the money. Like, why would they do that right before all that impulse or during that impulse? This will not be bad to take. Oh yeah, this would be cool to take if they keep it. Oh yeah, for sure. This would be cool.
That's the 4 hour.
Yeah. It's an hour left. They've given us all this. It wouldn't be foreign for them to come back down a little bit.
Right.
But they've given us almost like a 4 hour tipping point right there. So it would not be foreign, huh? Ever. We would definitely need to not get trapped up and put entries somewhere. I would do it somewhere. Excuse me. Yeah, I would do it like below here just because they already threw price action past
Right.
tipping point. Huh?
Right.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so you know what I mean? That gives you room because these kind of, I mean, this right here, I guess we can see how this closed right by the time. We'll see how that closed by the time the session ends. They gave us this with the wick. These two kind of balance each other out, but I definitely like to see how that goes. But if I do anything here, it will be look to sell, you know, even to about here or something. You know what I mean? And because technically, it's another space where it's not a lot. So other than here. Actually, you know what? That's perfect. Here goes tipping point on 15. I use that. See that?
Okay.
I mean, you'll definitely want to watch this too, obviously. Even on the hourly, I'm sure it's something else. But, let's see how I look here. How many pips is that? It's not a whole lot. Yeah, I'll still do it from here. Yeah, I still play it from here. Just pay attention to that. Yeah, I would watch it here though and see how they do. But I would still take it about right here and just see how they do here. Make sure they, use this more for like confirmation. And then see like how they handle this and if they showing they gonna break, hold the line. Cause I mean you still get let's say you feel like, oh man, I don't think they're gonna do much. I mean, you can still get, if you close short on it, you can still close at a positive. It may not be this, but you know what I mean? You can watch your money on here.
Right. Okay.
So you can like take the trade here. We avoiding this right here. Well, we avoiding or trying to avoid this, right? We can enter here, see how they handle here. Not to overcomplicate it, but I'm breaking it down so y'all can kind of, you know what I mean? So y'all can kind of look at it because sometimes what they'll do is they're like yeah, they can break, and what they may do is they may like come down, play here. You ever saying how your trade activate, but then they come back up a little bit, and then they play here, and then they may finally break. You can kind of maybe either eat off of it multiple times, not get yourself caught up in too much drawdown, stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing that too. So let me write this down for y'all to look at. Keep in mind. So we'll say 6097. 607 entry. See how it handles to 60. What is that? 6088. Yeah, see how it handles to 6088. Or look for confirmation around 6088. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And but keep in mind what I was saying to do here, right? If you are gonna, I mean, you don't have to do that. Keep in mind, you don't have to do that, but if you do want to be like super precise and just you taking like only 1 or 2 trades, you can kind of look at it, see if you need to re-enter because you know y'all seeing the behavior that they do sometimes, and then just ride it down to
Right. When you say confirmation at 6.0.6088, is that the price target? Yeah.
yeah, to see if they like, because this was a 15-minute like tipping point. It was really a flat, you know, it's a momentum wick
Yeah.
um right here.
Yeah.
So it definitely, you see it tipped over momentum heavy right here. So
Okay.
it may be a point where they bounce around. That is what I'm saying. So see how they handle that, because if you see that they may get here and maybe on the hourly, say they may get here, right?
Yeah.
And you know, let me give you an example. So say they may get here on the hourly, and you know they showing this momentum, right? Or whatever the price action may be, where it's showing like, yeah, we're gonna break. But then the next one, they may do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can kind of gauge it and see if you want to get out of the trade, re-enter. You know, you can see if you may want to, you can gauge it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have the choice to let it ride because obviously, if they giving us this, it's a good chance they'll come on down. But it's just to help you out, to be more precise. And the account, because I mean, when you look at what that tipping point is, that there is all this right here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would keep my eye on it. If it was like lonely, if it was like just real lonely, then um I wouldn't be like so adamant on it. But there's a lot of touches at this price level. So I would like to see how they handle that. And then once they break, you know, you can, look to take profit. You know, you can even maybe take it at the top,
Yeah.
at this tipping point, or let them come all the way down because they probably do that. But I'd probably ride it to the top of this tipping point, which is 6074. So what is that like? So like 6074. You can go for longer, but like I said, this was a tipping point. Let them come here, and that'll be a good take profit. So it's just setting it up, though. We still gotta watch and see what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did I say? 60 was it 6074?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And then here too, you can kind of keep up with stuff going on with the euro and kind of correlate it, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Correlate the tipping points with what's going on. You know, play it like that. Like right now, they push down and keep showing. You know, I keep my eye on this.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But the only reason I'm saying just keep an eye on it because a lot of stuff just been ranging and acting retarded and activating. Like you'll set something, get activated and be ranging.
Yeah.
Like you see what they've been doing. Like you see what they've been doing on you see what they've been doing on like Euro Jappy. Like I drew these a while ago, but you see how they've been playing on some of them, bouncing, closing here, playing off the top of them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I may make this the new tipping point now. Try to catch it if they come back down. Because if the euro drop, like they're ranging in the same area. So if the euro do drop, this trade that we had is still be valid. That's why I haven't like gotten rid of it yet. The euro JPY, I don't know if you own there. Yes.
Yo, Darius, I'm headed out, big dog.
You said you headed out?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
Bro, nice talking with everybody. It's good to catch up. See y'all later on.
Take care, bro.
Peace out.
See all that? You see how they've been ranging right here? You see how that look?
Wow.
I'm really probably finna just make a 4 hour. Like that range is so heavy, man. Like, look, we could have been eating off that shit for the whole month.
Right.
And I think that's what I was like starting to do. I was like, dang, like we could have been eating off that the whole month. So when they do impulse, like their range, that's a big, nice, like a nice size 4 hour correction. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the last time you see one that long and that clean?
Right.
Like that clean. Like I don't see another one that bunched up and that volatile and clean. You see what I'm saying?
Right in the pocket.
Even back to August, July, like I don't see one. I'm not saying you know, but just look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's right within it.
It's tight and it's like extra tight and clean. Whereas like these are this high all over the place, like wherever they getting ready to go, like they gonna break it, they gonna break good. So this lines up, you know, even though I got it at our tipping points, whenever they do break those tipping points, you know, it's gonna be a break. I'm probably just gonna redraw it as a 4 hour structure. Just because it's like so clean, man. It just be like a sin not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, actually. Mm-hmm. Keep it like that. then that's the new trade for me is catching it here. Take profit still about the same, but that's giving me enough evidence right there that that's the real tipping point right there. You get what I'm saying? I.e. slash 4-hour structure. So when they do break, if they do show they're gonna break to this side, that's what I got to use right there. Still like 30 some pips for what I say I'm gonna take. You know, I'm sure when they do break, they probably break more than that. So I may do one bigger lot to here and then a smaller lot to let it ride and see what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
May just get rid of this right here, not complicated. And then make this another tipping point right here. I just deleted this. Get out of the way. Somebody tired, ain't
Right.
it? It's all good. That's the grind. That is the grind. Grinding.
That's right.
This is, huh?
And I said that's right.
Real. This is actually pretty dope because, like, say this is like this line up to put a take profit like right above the zone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not a take profit, but an entry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for it to shoot.
Mm-hmm. So we know either way it go, we got a few options to look for what they do, what they're gonna do. And if y'all remember, like this whole little month been kind of full of uncertainty. Remember with them doing emergency lockdowns and there's vaccine here. It just all correlating. That's what I meant. You know what I mean? It's like, you can kind of see it. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if like gold and Bitcoin and stuff fall for a little bit because they give that little hope, of the stimulus being printed and people like, oh, there's strength, that temporary dollar strength.
Right.
And then it go down and everything else, uh, uh, shoot back up after it tank a little bit because of the whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying they kind of do correlate.
Yeah.
Huh?
But say, yeah, you're right. If you look at like how, even if you look at as a matter of fact, this and US 30 kind of look the same.
What talking about with what?
With them like with it tanking. If you take it from the bigger, I guess the bigger play instead of the 5 minute. Hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so
Share and show me. You can go ahead. Can you share?
Where is it? All right, this is 30.
Mm-hmm.
And if
word, I see what you're saying.
so, you definitely right about that. I'm trying to mark this up, but yeah, it's about the same. It look like they're about to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, you talking about how they reaching they like yeah.
Potential, and then it's going like bye, like
Mm-hmm.
to make their gains back.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I just really believe, man. I mean, you got to think, man. Even with these Fortune 500 companies moving their stuff to more assets to Bitcoin, and it's like they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's planned. You're right. It's not a conspiracy if you see it.
It's really not, bro. Like all that conspiracy theory, all that, it's still about money at the end of the day and resources. You know, so is it really conspiracy?
Man.
Yeah, so it's like they at a point where they can. And how many points is that? Measure that.
Go back to the 1 hour. Or?
You can measure it from there, just the top of your structure, top to bottom.
About 89, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing for them to do. So that makes sense. Wow. That's something.
And then you see how they ranging up there now.
Right. Oh, let me take that off.
Yeah, so.
All within here. That's wild. You know what? Bro.
Oh, that's what is that? The owl. Look at that impulse.
Right.
How long is that thing? Like 10 pips.
From here.
No, the impulse, that candle, yeah. That green candle right now.
Oh,
Current candle. Yeah.
That's about 20.
Dang.
Yeah. Wow.
I wonder if they'll send it up and have people thinking they're about to break and then do the retrace.
Well, it makes sense because it did it right here.
Mm-hmm.
No. Right here, and then bow, get out of here.
18. What was happening on the 18th? That's when they started announcing all of those new shutdowns, right? Right before Christmas, the week before Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's the 18th, right about that time, and they shot it down.
The indicator for that would be right here, right? Because they kind of like, well, I'm not sure.
Well, that's the hourly. You go back to the daily or the 4 hour.
Go to the 4 hour. Go to the 4 hour.
All right. Yeah, depending on how they close this one, for sure, we can get a story.
On the 4 hour, this is a momentum candle.
Mm.
I mean, momentum wick, so it's like. 30, same thing.
Huh? US
Same
30. Wait, did they break that area?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think they.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if it's the one where I was.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I need to make this area. Hold on.
Maybe.
No, you good. Go ahead. Let me do something real quick. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. US 30. Exactly. Yep. Yep. The thing I was saying needed to be made a tipping point on the 15. They broke it.
Oh wow. On US 30 or
US 30. Remember, I was like, make that a tipping point.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, they broke it. Here,
Oh, you gonna go back?
he said, huh?
You go back or you?
Hold on, you good. Oh yeah, let me come to your thing. Yeah, see, now they're about to start coming down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I had March here, if I remember correctly. I had March. I was looking at, yeah, because I think this was earlier today. Yeah, I was looking at this. Yeah, because this is the move I had. Which one is the move I missed? I want to say this one, somewhere up in here. Yeah, so yeah. This probably wouldn't be a bad space to play for sure.
Yeah, right in there.
Mm-hmm. Because they definitely gonna correct, especially with I think, I mean, I could be wrong, but especially with that little stuff I just read too.
Right.
And the hopes on what's going on. Because what was the thing that shot up Trump when Trump mentioned whatever? I want to say it was this. As far as like with that stimulus, when he signed that stimulus thing or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would make this a tipping point for sure, and then try and play some of this coming back down. Because I know he was what he said 30-11, right?
305.11, yeah.
35-11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna just boom right down.
Because even if you go to go to your 5 minute, watch this, go to your 5 minute, right? And mark that one to the far left as a tipping point. So, and mark this one as a tipping point.
Okay.
See how they plan on that?
Yeah. And they staying in it. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the movie yet. Wow.
So they either gonna, let me annotate. Mm-hmm. So that's where they ranging at now, in other words. So watch this. So now you can kind of make this one too.
Okay.
If you're gonna draw a line. Since you keeping yours at like lines or whatever, I've been doing tipping points, so I kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure it's on let me move this crap out. Yeah, make sure it's lined up at the body right here. Wick to body.
Yep, see, they already coming down.
Mm-hmm. And now, right. Yep, see, we'll see what's up.
Mm-hmm. And then this will be on matter of fact, I can make that a 15.
So then you can kind of, if you hear, oh, they're finally finding something that may work, and then they start doing this, you can say, okay, well, if they're arranging here, when positive news start to hit, then this is where I'm gonna look for them to break. But if
Right.
they're arranging here and they're like, oh, they just can't seem to get their shit together, then you can say, okay, let me look to see for the sell off and the move.
Back down to the bottom, right?
Yeah, and you can kind of reference it in these areas because these were the areas. This is the space of impulse right here.
Right, right. Okay.
Just kind of giving you an idea of how to correlate it, if I can kind of explain it. Same disclaimer as Nemo though, like check, this is just a guide for you to kind of.
And it makes sense looking at where price was here, what it did here, how it stayed within this pocket for a minute, came back down in here, after faking busting up here, boom, right back to this same area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's kind of how I would look at it too, if I'm gonna play it and kind of correlate the two.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you got solid tipping points. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So you got like real solid tipping points and reference areas.
If it come back up here, that's gonna be funny.
Yeah, because they may range in there. You never know, right? We'll see. I'm just interested to see, just like I told y'all, start doing stuff like this. You don't have to be like Nemo said something real deep, man. And I know everybody got it, but just you don't have to be like along with that. Like you don't have to be desperate. Like there's money to be made and a lot of stuff, man. So while you doing forex, like he said, for fast money, figure this out and go and do some some back testing and see how they play it. Cause like if they close like this, right? This may be a sign they're about to get ready to range in that area.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at because I noticed they faked out, and then hold on, let me move that thing there. It's in my nerves. All right, that's better. Yeah, so you see they right back in here, right back in within. Well, yeah, look like they're staying within here, within this range here. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna, stay within it for the most part.
Oh, my bad. Just kind of see how they play that stuff out. Like it's good to catch the ranges and see how they developing and listen in a little bit on whatever like little side news you can. Because if you can correlate it, you can kind of get yourself in position. Like I said, I've been looking at it, but I've been also like I don't want to tie no money up for my personal reason. I was like, we've been trading a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was me more or less saying I wanted to do that for my my own personal development stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? So but I've been on it though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been saying. Like I've been on this shit like every day, the Bitcoin, like I've been on this stuff.
right.
All me and my girl be talking about for real.
Or
Yeah,
that's,
so like, huh?
that's tough. I like that, man.
Yeah. I've been obsessed with this stuff. I get an obsession when I pay attention to something.
I'm the same way. Same exactly.
Oh, you back on Jack?
Yeah. I was looking at them both actually. See how they line up with each other. And
Yeah, just part of what we're gonna take some trades too, man. But I think what we do, like just financial stuff in general and mentality in general, is cool.
yeah, that's what
Hmm?
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was just saying that today. Like, I want to get into that because I want to be able to be in a better position. Shoot, by February, a different position by February.
What as far as what financially?
Yeah.
So you set a goal, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you still here, Benji?
Yeah.
You we can discuss that. I mean, we can discuss
Oh,
it here.
you talking about the thing we were talking about? I talked about.
Yeah, Benji brought something up. We talked about a while ago, but he did his due diligence and put the foot on the neck to remind again. We actually gonna be doing like a trade and go.
Okay.
It don't have to be like huge, but just something to.
Like a little challenge or something to kind of we could all be on the same page, work our skill, and just grow a little account or something like that together.
Word. That's crazy because I had wrote that down. That's funny. I wrote that down around November. I was, to see if to bring it to you guys, see if that was something you guys were interested in doing. That's funny.
Yeah, for sure. I say shoot, we can look to start even on around like that time Nemo was talking about the 7th,
Yeah.
or we can start inauguration day, which would be or we can start like the week of the 3rd, 6th, or whatever. It's up to y'all. It's it's something we into.
Word. Okay. I'm with it. Let's get it.
So yeah, we'll come up with it. And how you feeling on it, Benji? What time frame?
I would like to see these next couple of days how like the stimulus and all that kind of affects the market. If we can kind of get a clearer picture of what to expect, then I'm with the
Direction.
second. Yeah, I'm with the second week.
Yeah.
If it looks like it's gonna be really choppy till inauguration,
we'll wait till inauguration.
Yeah.
Word. You man, you read my mind. My
Yeah.
dog. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So I mean, if anything, we should maybe just kind of get together, maybe think of like a little price point for the account, nothing crazy, but something that we can still make a decent amount of profit off for the year.
For sure.
And just grow it as a team.
For sure. We'll do the challenge and live stream the challenge.
Yeah. And we can just show everybody the strategy works, everything is Gucci, and we just gonna make money.
Word. I'm with that.
Yeah, we still gonna talk about stuff in general too, man. So, you know,
Yeah.
cause like that, like you can definitely make money off Bitcoin, gold, US 30. Like it's not as much of a monster. Like it'll seem like a monster until you put your hands on it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and honestly, what Nemo said to me today kind of cleared some of the thoughts I've had, where I have watched watched the impulses, especially on Bitcoin and the US 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I just see enough impulse and I see a lot of rejection in some area, it tends to reverse. And even if it's just a scalp, it's good money.
Yeah. Like they do heavy correction or heavy after they impulse, they definitely
Do heavy
show.
correction.
Yeah.
It's just like they say, man, buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
So I definitely, with him talking about the structure and everything, I definitely cleared some of the thoughts up I had.
Right.
So I think soon we should be able to have a good grasp on how the other stuff outside of forex moves.
I was looking at XRP. What in the world happened to my thing?
It's
I don't know what happened to my I had a whole structure up here. I don't know what happened.
Go draw that tipping point right there.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm talking about? Right here. Right here.
Oh, hold on. Oops.
XRP, man, it's in a tight spot. It actually got delisted from a lot of US crypto accounts.
Word.
Like Coinbase and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's in danger of, at least from everything I've read upon it and everything, I don't think it's in danger of becoming non-existent.
Right.
But like I said, I've been kind of just waiting because I could really see it really just dropping.
Yeah.
And it could be like a potential long-term trade for me at least.
Word. It's weird because where is it? Up here. Up here. When I first looked at it, I saw around yeah, I saw when it was gonna tip right over and just plummet. Right around. Let me move this up the way. What is that? Yeah, right around here. Where's that line at? The first line here. When I put that on, I was like, yo, this doesn't seem right. But I paired this is before like I even like I was just looking at it. It looked like it wasn't gonna stay up at all. You know. Let me take these out the way. You notice. Let's see this. I think you can see this as a tipping point here, and then it kind of did the same thing but reverse right here. Like around here. I looked at I was looking at the news and somebody was saying that this is what I was talking to Darius on the what you call on the chat. I was saying like I thought that the US was going to try to make that their crypto.
Mm-hmm.
XRP.
But, yeah, like they've been talking about that for a while. I guess I thought because Japan is using it and all of that.
Yeah. XRP is honestly it's traded more outside the US. The US is not heavily involved as you would think.
Right.
That's why they easily delisted it. Even though obviously the most money flows through the US, That's mainly the reason why I don't see it ever becoming like non-existent, because like Japan and a lot of other country is one of the main cryptocurrencies.
Wow.
But what I've noticed about cryptocurrencies is that it definitely reacts to certain levels and price point. So it's good to kind of go back and mark your all-time highs, wherever you see like big spikes or big drops in prices. Because usually what it is just a lot of buyer support, where like maybe bigger institutions bought in at that price, and it usually bounces off like those big levels.
Okay, that makes sense looking at it right here.
like 24, 25 is like a big level. That's why it kind of did that big correction going back up. But yeah, with the delisting happening in the US, that's why I fully expect it to drop farther. But I don't think it's a done deal. I think I'm big on buying crypto. I'm not big on selling.
Right.
I'll say that.
Okay.
I feel like crypto is easier to buy than it is to sell.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say it here. This is my personal thing. I definitely, and this is what I was talking about on conspiracy. Term they use. It's been word about getting on a one world currency and different stuff for a while, and this just lines up nicely, man. I mean, everybody the White House, literally, it was before, like a day before Christmas. It was either Christmas Eve. Yeah, it was Christmas Eve before the markets closed, right at like 12, 11 something. I was in the gym and I saw a news flash that was like the White House is doing something, proposing something new on this stable coin.
Oh, regulations.
Yeah, new regulations on stable coin. And I'm like, wait, what? And then when I looked at it, I saw a couple of other countries getting ready to do the same thing. And then I thought about how during COVID, they had a whole, I remember the Federal Reserve signed some shit on digital currency. And I was like, wait a minute, this wasn't like big news. It was kind of like COVID and a bunch of other distractions going on, like civil rights distractions, protest, everybody.
Yeah.
So, and then out of nowhere, I saw this and I was just like, man, that was kind of fishy. Like they, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean, man. Like it just makes sense because I was listening today, right? Like I said, I've been on a lot of different stuff, and dealing with what we talking about. But did you know it was illegal for Americans to buy gold in the 1930s?
Yeah, I was
Believe
just
it.
with my coffee, dude. Yeah.
And it's like, man, just stuff like that. Like you got to think, you know what I'm saying? That means we would just go ahead.
I said this is kind of how I've been seeing it. And this is why I think going into what Nemo's been talking about, like a crash and all that, and everything reaching all new highs. What I could really see happening now that a lot of these cryptos are getting backed by banks and bigger institutions and hedge funds, I can see a massive drop coming, and then this other institution and bank, basically the feds, just buying it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting.
Yeah, because they like that, bro. It's just, man. It feel like common sense now.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how to explain it any other way, but it's just like common sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, I don't know. It's just, like you said, bro. It's in the numbers. Once you start really seeing the numbers and just putting two together, it kind of comes to your head like, oh.
Yeah, okay. And then you look at fractional reserve banking, different stuff, and it's like how we got off the gold standard, how this and this, different stuff, and it's like, man, like money. You know what I'm saying? Trade and money
Yeah.
has always been a thing.
Everything's manipulated, even when you
Yeah.
think it's not.
And now that it's about to go digital, like I was looking at something, I had the thought, right? I was like, man, imagine going to a digital currency that constantly fluctuate and the price of stuff constantly fluctuate because it's trading at a fluctuated price. Unlike the dollar, you know, imagine everything being digital and adjusting to that, like prices may be, I mean, I ain't getting too deep in it, but I saw something today where they was talking about Bitcoin, and there was a few shops who were using it, but the prices of stuff adjusted because the price of Bitcoin was adjusted. So the prices didn't stay across the same across the board like they do when you trading for hard currency. They fluctuated with the price of the coin. So I thought about it. I was like, I thought about that first, and then I saw an example of that, and I just feel like, you know what I mean? That's very possible.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure. This is gonna be one of the things. Just kind of have to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
I know when somebody, I think what read somewhere somebody did the math. Bitcoin's gonna have to be worth like $1 million per Bitcoin to match up with the US dollar.
Yeah, I saw 500.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
To match
Big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way we get in there is with institution buying it up. So
with the pump.
Yeah. So that's why, like, I just expect a big drop coming soon. Institutions buying it up, and we just gonna be seeing a big series of that within the next like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is big drops, then big hitting all-time highs. But we'll also have to see how Joe Biden handles it as well, because Democrats like to regulate.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to keep in mind.
It's all that mixed up together. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, it's a lot of manipulation going on right now in the markets.
Wow.
Well, it's I guess we can keep an eye on that, man, and reconvene tomorrow.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Definitely give it a screen.
Yeah, I'll catch y'all guys, man.
Yeah, keep y'all eye on that and see how that play out, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it for sure.
All right.
All right. I'll take
Darius, I'm gonna get up with you soon that we can start planning.
Okay.
How we gonna handle that challenge thing. Maybe we can stay on late. I ain't got nothing going on tomorrow, so maybe we get on early or stay on late. Just chat it up.
What's up? Yeah, for sure.
Wait.
That's what's up. Hit me up there.
All right. Bye, everybody. I'm gonna catch y'all.
All right, y'all take care.